could challenge you. And now... finally.
Hey everyone, Dean here, and if you're like a proud owner of a Steam Deck or just looking for some killer free-to-play games, you're in the right place. Today we're counting down the top 10 most played games you can play for free on the Steam Deck. Yes, you heard that right, free games. No strings attached, just pure gaming bliss. From action-packed adventures to brain-bending strategy games, there's something here for everyone. These games, they're optimized to give you a smooth and seamless experience on your handheld gaming beast. So, grab your Steam Deck, get comfy, and let's explore this awesome lineup of free gems you need in your library right now. Oh, and before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss our next gaming journey. Let's get started.
One bullet against an entire army.
It's enough.
Halo Infinite. Master Chief is back, and this time you can take him anywhere, even to the bathroom. Not that we're suggesting that's where you play your Steam Deck. This free-to-play sci-fi shooter drops you into the boots of everyone's favorite space marine on the mysterious Zeta Halo, where things have gone sideways faster than a warthog on ice. The story kicks off with our green-armored hero getting his behind handed to him by Atriox, the leader of the Banished, before being rescued 6 months later by a pilot who's probably having the worst first day at work ever. You're free to explore the semi-open world of Zeta Halo, taking down Banished outposts, rescuing Marines, who are apparently really bad at not getting captured, and hunting high-value targets who definitely won't be sending you Christmas cards. The game introduces the grapple shot, which turns Master Chief into a space-age Spider-Man, letting you zip around the battlefield like a caffeinated squirrel. It's not just for show. You can use it to hijack vehicles, grab weapons, or pull yourself out of awkward situations faster than your aunt, changing the subject at Thanksgiving dinner. On the Steam Deck, Halo Infinite is like that friend who shows up to parties uninvited, but somehow makes them better. While it wasn't officially supported at first, some clever community workarounds have made it perfectly playable. The game runs surprisingly well on the handheld, though you might notice some minor visual hiccups. Nothing that'll ruin your alien punching fun. Just make sure you've got about 50 GB of space free, or your Steam Deck will be more crowded than a Covenant dropship. The multiplayer being free means you can jump into the action without spending a credit, making it a fantastic addition to your portable gaming arsenal. Path of Exile. Welcome to Rayclassed Exiles, where washing up on a cursed beach is just the beginning of your problems, and even the crabs have anger management issues. This dark fantasy action RPG throws you into a world where being exiled is basically getting a one-way ticket to the world's deadliest beach resort. You wake up on the shores of Rayclassed, a continent that's seen better days. Imagine if a haunted house and an entire continent had a baby, and you're getting close. You'll be exploring procedurally generated areas, which means every new adventure is as unpredictable as your local weather forecast. Choose from 7 distinct character classes, each with their own tragic backstory of how they ended up on vacation in Monster Paradise. On the Steam Deck, Path of Exile delivers a surprisingly solid performance that won't make you want to exile your handheld. The game maintains a respectable 40 FPS in most areas, though it might dip when things get particularly chaotic. Battery life clocks in at around 2.5 hours, so you've got plenty of time to slay monsters before needing to hunt down a power outlet. The controls have been thoughtfully adapted for the handheld experience, making it feel natural rather than like you're trying to perform finger gymnastics. Just be warned that text can sometimes be smaller than your chances of surviving a boss fight without dying, and towns can occasionally turn your frame rate into a slideshow presentation. But hey, that's just part of the charm of taking a massive PC game and squeezing it into a portable package.
And when darkness finds you.
Star Wars: The Old Republic. Fit the entire Star Wars universe in your pocket, complete with lightsaber duels, force powers, and enough space drama to fill a Sarlacc pit. Set 3,000 years before those pesky Skywalkers started causing galactic drama, the Old Republic drops you into an epic conflict between the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire that makes your family's Thanksgiving dinner look like a peaceful meditation session. The gameplay is a delicious buffet of Star Wars goodness, letting you choose from 8 iconic roles. Want to be a smooth-talking smuggler who shoots first and asks questions never? Or perhaps a Sith warrior with anger management issues that would make Kylo Ren look well-adjusted? Each class comes with its own unique storyline packed with more plot twists than a pretzel factory. You'll build relationships with companions, pilot your own starship, no Death Star construction experience required, and make choices that determine whether you're headed down the path of the light side or just really into wearing black. On the Steam Deck, the Old Republic performs like a pod racer with a few loose bolts. Functional, but with some quirks. You'll get a respectable 40 to 50 FPS in most areas, though the UI can be smaller than a Jawa's patience. The game requires some extra steps to get running, and you might want to bring along a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, because trying to navigate some menus with just the Steam Deck controls is like trying to thread a needle while riding a bantha. Despite these minor inconveniences, having a full-fledged MMO in your hands is pretty impressive, even if the text sometimes requires Jedi-level concentration to read. Just make sure you've got decent internet connection. This isn't the kind of game you want to play with connection speeds from Tatooine. Counter-Strike 2. The legendary tactical shooter has gone free to play, and now you can take your headshot addiction on the go. Counter-Strike 2 continues the timeless formula of terrorists versus counter-terrorists in a dance of precision gunplay that's been keeping players hooked since 1999. The game maintains its core 5v5 competitive format where every round is a chess match with bullets, except now it's prettier than your Instagram filters. The gameplay remains as crisp as ever, with that signature silken movement that makes you feel like a ballet dancer with an AK-47. The gunplay is mechanically clean, and the overhauled maps now feature dynamic smoke physics that react to your bullets, because apparently regular smoke wasn't fancy enough. Whether you're crouch walking like a ninja or sprinting like you're late for dinner, every movement decision matters. Get shot, and you'll move slower than your grandma's internet connection, making positioning more crucial than ever. On the Steam Deck, Counter-Strike 2 is like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It works, but it's a bit awkward. Performance-wise, you're looking at around 70 FPS on low settings, dropping to about 45 FPS if you're feeling fancy with very high settings. However, the game's competitive nature doesn't quite gel with the handheld format. The 15-watt power limit of the Steam Deck means you'll be running at lower frame rates than your desktop-wielding opponents, and some players report a mushy feeling to the controls. For the best experience, you'll want to connect a keyboard and mouse, as the game doesn't support the Steam Deck's built-in controls. Think of it as more of a casual on-the-couch experience rather than your next path to esports stardom. Finals. Welcome to the most explosive game show this side of 2100. The Finals drops you into a hyper-violent virtual reality competition where destroying the arena is just as important as destroying your opponents. Think American Gladiators meets the Hunger Games, with a dash of property damage that would make insurance companies cry. The gameplay is pure chaos in the best possible way. You'll team up in squads of 3, competing against other teams in massive arenas where nearly everything can be demolished. Whether you're playing as a nimble light build, zipping around like a caffeinated squirrel, a balanced medium build for that classic shooter feel, or a heavy build that's basically a walking tank, there's a playstyle for everyone. The real star of the show is the environment. Want to drop a ceiling on your opponents? Go for it. Need a shortcut? Just blow up a wall. The destruction happens server side, so your game won't turn into a PowerPoint presentation every time someone brings down a building. On the Steam Deck, the Finals has gone from absolutely not to surprisingly decent thanks to recent updates fixing anti-cheat issues. The game runs with near native performance after some minor tweaks tweaks, though you might want to adjust your expectations and your settings. Voice chat can be a bit finicky, and some settings might give you trouble. The controls take some getting used to, but once you've got them down, you'll be demolishing buildings and banking cash with the best of them. Just remember that while you can definitely enjoy some casual matches on the deck, you might want to stick to your desktop for those high-stakes tournament matches where every frame counts.
Others' answers, but we shall all be forged in the glorious realm.
Mirage, quiet. Path, are we clear?
This is my favorite part. Exciting.
Apex Legends. This free-to-play battle royale takes everything you love about hero shooters, throws in some parkour that would make Spider-Man jealous, and seasons it with enough personality to fill a dozen TikTok channels. Each match drops 60 players onto a massive map where they scramble for loot like it's Black Friday. Pick from a roster of legends that includes everyone from a toxic gas-loving scientist to a robot who thinks death is hilarious. Spoiler, it kind of is when he narrates it. The real magic happens with the movement system. Sliding, wall jumping, and ziplining feels smoother than butter on a hot pancake. The ping system is so good, it's been copied more times than your friend's homework, letting you communicate effectively without having to deal with that one teammate who thinks their gaming chair is a concert stage. On the Steam Deck, Apex Legends performs like a champ who's had a few energy drinks. The game runs at a solid 60 FPS with optimized settings, though you might want to dial things back a bit for better battery life. The gyro controls feel surprisingly natural, making those pesky wingman shots actually hit something other than thin air. However, text can be smaller than your chances of winning a 1v3, and the battery drain is real. Expect about 2 hours of gameplay before your deck needs a Phoenix kit, aka charging. The biggest surprise? The controller layout actually works well, though you might want to tweak it to your liking. Just remember that crossplay means you'll be up against keyboard and mouse players, so maybe don't try to become the next ALGS champion on your deck.
It's worth it.
If the Red Legion want war,
Give them war.
Destiny 2. Space Magic meets shooter mayhem in this free-to-play epic where you're basically an immortal superhero with a floating robot friend. While the game boasts an impressive universe of content, getting it running on Steam Deck requires more wizardry than a warlock super ability. The gameplay delivers some of the best gunplay in the business, with the recent Final Shape expansion earning unprecedented acclaim with a 92 out of 100 on OpenCritic. Whether you're exploring the breathtaking Paleheart destination or teaming up for 12-player activities, there's enough content to keep you busy until the next collapse. The game runs impressively well on decent hardware, maintaining 40 to 60 FPS in PvE activities with the right settings. The game is officially rated as unsupported due to anti-cheat incompatibility with the Steam Deck's Linux-based operating system. But don't despair, Guardian, you have 3 options to play. Install Windows on your Steam Deck, though you'll need about 157 GB of space. Use NVIDIA GeForce Now Cloud Streaming, or stream from your own PC. If you go the Windows route, you can expect performance around 41 to 60 FPS with a mix of low and medium settings at 720p. Just remember that PvP might be trickier than a Trials of Osiris run, as you'll be competing against players with higher frame rates and better input latency. Dota 2. In this free-to-play MOBA masterpiece, you'll be diving into intense 5v5 battles where destroying the enemy's ancient is your ticket to victory. Assuming you can figure out which end of the sword goes into the enemy, the game has stood the test of time as one of Valve's most popular titles, and now you can take your lane-pushing addiction on the go. The gameplay remains as deep as your carry's item wishlist, offering a roster of heroes that would make a superhero convention jealous. Whether you're a burly marauder or a crafty spellcaster, you'll find yourself navigating through a complex web of strategy, teamwork, and trying to convince your teammates that mid or feed isn't a valid life philosophy. The game demands precision and quick reflexes, making every match feel like a chess game where all the pieces can punch each other. Dota 2 performs like a support trying their best. It works, but there are some limitations. The game runs at a respectable 60 FPS on medium settings, though you might see some dips to 40 to 45 FPS during teamfights when things get spicier than Alina Ultimate. Ultimate. Battery life clocks in at about 3 to 4 hours, giving you enough time for a few matches before needing to hunt down a power source. However, there's a catch. While the controls have been adapted for the handheld experience, you might want to consider bringing along a keyboard and mouse for serious competitive play. The text can be smaller than your chances of getting that Aegis steal, and the default controls might take some getting used to. Think of it as more of a casual experience rather than your path to the international. Brawlhalla. This free-to-play platform fighter brings the spirit of Brawlhalla to your Steam Deck, offering a unique take on the genre that's both accessible and deeply competitive. The game features a colorful cast of characters duking it out in fast-paced battles where the goal is simple: knock your opponents off the stage before they do the same to you. The gameplay stands out with its distinctive weapon system and fluid combat mechanics. Each character can pick up 2 different weapons that spawn on the battlefield, completely transforming their moves from basic punches and kicks into devastating combos. Whether you're launching arrows from afar or getting up close with an axe, the combat feels unique enough to carve its own identity in the platform fighter genre. On the Steam Deck, Brawlhalla runs like a dream with its smooth 60 FPS performance, though you might want to apply some optimizations for the best experience. The game officially holds verified status for Steam Deck, but players can enhance performance further by using the tech test branch or tweaking launch options. For optimal performance, you can disable easy anti-cheat by adding NOAC to the launch options, though this will restrict you from ranked play. The game's simple yet colorful visuals translate well to the portable screen, and the controls feel natural on the Steam Deck's layout. With crossplay support and local multiplayer for up to 4 players, it's perfect for both solo sessions and impromptu gaming gatherings. Fallout Shelter. This game takes us to a post-apocalyptic world of vault management where you're the overseer of your own underground paradise, or chaos depending on your leadership style. In this free-to-play simulation, you'll guide a community of vault dwellers through the challenges of subterranean survival while trying to keep them happier than a deathclaw in a radroach buffet. The gameplay loop is delightfully straightforward but engaging. As overseer, you'll build and manage various rooms to produce essential resources like power, food, and water. Each dweller comes with their own special stats that affect their efficiency in different roles, making assignment decisions crucial for optimal resource production. The game keeps you on your toes with random events like fires, radroach infestations, and raider attacks that can quickly turn your perfectly balanced vault into chaos. Fallout Shelter runs smoother than a well-oiled power armor, maintaining stable performance with the game's simple yet charming Vault Boy art style, translating perfectly to the portable screen. The touch controls work particularly well for this type of management game, though the traditional controller configuration is also available for those who prefer button inputs. The game's short production timers and flexible session design make it perfect for quick gaming sessions on the go, letting you check in on your vault whenever you have a spare moment. However, be warned that the game's difficulty curve takes an unexpected turn. Unlike most games that get harder as you progress, Fallout Shelter actually becomes easier as your vault grows larger. Once you've established a thriving community of 150 plus dwellers, you might find yourself with more resources than you know what to do with. Still, the journey to that point is filled with enough strategic decisions and Fallout-themed humor to keep you entertained through multiple coffee breaks. And there you have it, 10 incredible free-to-play games that have taken the Steam Deck community by storm. Whether you're into fast-paced shooters, immersive RPGs, or relaxing sims, this list proves you don't need to spend a dime to enjoy top-tier gaming. Which one are you downloading first? Or maybe you've already got a favorite from this list? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, give it a thumbs up and share it with your gaming buddies. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing gaming content and tap that bell icon so you'll never miss an upload. Thanks for watching and happy gaming!